like melee stuff. So she's got to actually be able to like take hits and shit, but yeah, my stats are all like OCD and stuff like that. And yeah, different kind of OCD for a little bit until we get up to like the actual like OCD stuff. All right, now I can go up into this like little area, and then we'll have to go into the den thing, the hole, whatever, the couple levels of hole, and then we'll get into the monastery, the barracks, or whatever the fuck it's called, and yeah, we'll clear that shit out and get some waypoints and crap. So yeah, should be fun. There, is that a chicken? That can't be a chicken. Plus, like, my help is actually, like, reasonably strong for once. Like, we haven't died at all, which has been so nice. Mind you, this is only normal difficulty at the moment. When we inevitably get up to Nightmare and Hell, I'm sure it will humble the fuck out of us, just like with Kelly. And it will be challenging as all hell. Alright, we're good to go down the hole now. Free specs and stash space, because playing since 13. Yeah, I've been playing since I was 12 as well, when Diablo 2 first released and stuff, but I just don't use it, because like the stash itself, like, fuck it, I'll go back for a sec. I can buy a new town portal. The storage stash that used to be, right, was only up until about this kind of amount here, right? Roughly. It was either that or like back by like one more. Okay, that's all the stash you got, was like that kind of like corner space, and you learnt to prioritize what gear was important, and like a set spare gear, or like if you wanted to keep gems or potions or portals or fuck knows what else you want to keep, right? Depending on how you want to play and stuff. And you only had the one, and if you wanted to trade between your characters, you had to have somebody set up a game or set up a host of BattleNet or something, and then like, you know, go between the two and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, it was a bit tricky and shit, but it was fun because you actually had to like make a decision about what you actually like kept and prioritized and was useful and stuff. But yeah, nowadays there's just like a bazillion stash, and I get some people doing like, you know, Holy Grail runs and stuff like that, where it's a bit easier to keep track of like what they've got and stuff. But like, yeah, I don't know, I just consider the shared stash stuff just lazy, because like you already got like such a huge stash, you know. I think I got the extra town portal, and yes, I played pre-Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction and stuff. I come from the original Diablo 1. I was 8 when I was playing that, when it first came out and stuff. So yes, I have also been playing for as long. I play very differently apparently. I haven't been down here with you yet, so there should be heaps and heaps of different things to fight, hopefully. But yeah, recreating my characters and stuff has been way more interesting than just like making a character and running like, you know, the quick mile-a-minute games and stuff like that. Like, my original characters, I did manage to import them into Resurrected, and I did manage to, like, I can play them and shit if I want to, but I only figured out how to do that after I created a new character, because, like, I'm kind of glad that I did recreate Kelly anyway, because, yeah, if I hadn't have done that, I probably would have just continued playing, like, Kelly and Tabby Cat and shit. But getting to recreate her and stuff, I got to like get to re-experience the game and stuff with like the like remastered graphics and stuff. Mind you, some of the audio and stuff for like between the two is a bit different as well. And I have had my words about like what they changed with like outfits and stuff as well, visually between the two without actually changing anything and stuff. But yeah. I enjoy this well enough. I am disgusted that they decided to add to it and stuff after so many years, because it's not Diablo 2 anymore. Dragon Growler Demon Spectral Hit. Nice. Yeah, it's not Diablo 2 anymore if they're adding shit to it. They should call it something else. Kind of like how you've got WoW Classic nowadays and stuff, you know? But, again, you know, as I said the other day, it's my opinion, and like it has nothing to, I have no more mana for this. It has nothing to do, none of that stuff has anything to do with my playthrough. It's completely irrelevant. Can I get to you, mate? Yeah, I can. Alright, I should be able to get you frozen. There we go. I had enough mana for that. Yeah. So none of that stuff's relevant in any capacity to my playthrough and stuff. I think it should have probably stayed to Diablo 4 or to ladder. Been like ladder exclusive stuff or something. Because it's not Resurrected isn't Diablo 2 anymore. It's something else. But it is nice getting to like recreate Tabby Cat. After I recreate her, any other characters that I play in Resurrected will be privately offline. There won't be any more streams of Diablo 2 for me. I kind of already felt like I left this one a little bit late with them having changed a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, there's no way I could have known like a year ago when I finished, well, not even a year ago, it was like 6 months ago when I finished Kelly's playthrough that they were going to add shit to it. And throw in the extra money and stuff. Who's that being spooking about Diablo 2 Resurrected? What? I have no idea what you meant to say there, but welcome in. Is it Kage? Or Kage no Oni? Yeah, that's probably closer to what it is. I'm terrible for butchering people's names, but fucking welcome in, man. I think I got everything there, which is good. And know the shit out of you lot. Also pretty sure you guys just got like slammed with an ad too, just at that like exact moment too. But that will happen. I snoozed a bunch of them earlier so we could watch cinematics, so it's fine. I forgot to play the cinematic last week when I started, so we had to catch up on that. This is basically same shape, different day as the other hole in the ground, which is fine. This is kind of easy to like wander around, you know. I'll just get up into this top bit because I think it's going to go down the next area. I was talking about how we're saying Diablo 2 Resurrected wasn't Diablo 2. And claiming that speaking poorly about it was blasphemy. It's never blasphemy. Everybody's entitled to, I know you were like joking about it, but everybody's entitled to their own opinion about it and stuff. I have very strong opinions and I'm not afraid to voice them and stuff, because like I particularly love to play a lot of older games, and the playthrough that I just finished doing with Kelly, my Amazon, was a nostalgia playthrough where like I had really bad OCD when I was 12 when I made her, and so like her character stats and stuff were terrible on purpose, and it was so great. It was so fun. It was so fucking hard to do. I'm not even joking. Like the playthrough's on YouTube and shit now. If you guys want to watch that. Also in my YouTube description and shit, I also have the actual document of the playthrough that I made, which is like 16 pages long. So if somebody wants to try to do that, go ham. I don't expect anybody to actually do it though, because it's very specific. But yeah, I like the older games. I feel like they have more kind of depth to them. They were complete, you know, when they were actually made. You know, when you purchased the game, it was finished. And you might get lucky enough to maybe get an expansion or something within 1 to 2 years and it be like openly discussed and stuff, but it never really solidly changed the game. It just built on it and shit. What they're kind of doing now, I just kind of feel like they're shitting on something that's already great. You know, something that's already complete. If they want to add stuff, they really should go and add it to Diablo 4, because that's still in production and stuff. And this one's already been done skis for like fucking 20 odd years, you know. So I don't know why they're adding shit to it now, but I know why they're adding to it. They can't get people to actually play Diablo 4. We all know that. But yeah, I'm not going to shy away from like saying that. I'm not afraid of fucking saying it, you know, because it's true. I don't have any more like big manners at the moment, but this is fine. And I have a spare one of these, so we can slap in there for the moment. okay. Everything is entitled to opinion. There's no really wrong opinion. Entirely teasing. Yeah, just as a heads up, like I know you're brand new in here and like was joking and stuff, but yeah, I don't really like permit like teasing or that kind of sort of stuff, generally speaking. But that's why I like took the time to like explain and divulge and shit on it and stuff, you know, because like I can tell that it wasn't like a harmful one, but I do get people come in here and like purposely do stuff with like the teasing and stuff, and it's intended to be harmful, you know. I can tell yours wasn't. I probably don't have space, no. I don't really have space for that, and it's a full tilt trident, so I'll have to go back. That's okay though. But yeah, I'll be playing this on like Thursdays or whatever, I guess. And I was like, I wasn't really sure at the beginning of like the stream what day, but I guess just that answered that. So my brain just auto-filled. It's gonna be fucking Thursdays, I guess. So yeah, I guess I've decided which day of the week it's gonna be that I play this. And yeah, I have like a regular weekly schedule of games and shit with like a random game night. And I'll be taking like a few days here and there off throughout the year to do rigging of my avatar and stuff, so that's coming up. That's I think next week. I think next Wednesday to Wednesday I think I'm off for rigging, so yeah, we'll probably miss like next Thursday's Diablo, but that's okay. I'll get back in and then I'll forget how to play. Majestic as always. I'll probably like run up to something and go to try to use an arrow, which she doesn't use, and yeah, I'll die or something. Mind you, it might be our first death in her run, so you know, could be interesting. But yeah, this one will probably take a while anyway because I'll have like a lot more days off this year. Oh, hello. Let's get you dead. I have a lot more days off this year than I did with Kelly's playthrough, so I can see it taking a bit longer. There you are. I knew there was one more of you in here. Honestly, Implissa's doing like kind of good. I also googled her name, and as far as like Google reckons, there's nobody else registered in the world with that name. So yeah, I was right to be like, what the fuck is this name? Okay, we got one more fucking corner that's probably gonna zip back up and around ourselves. And obviously this little nook I've got to get to. There we go. Alright. I already found like the next way down, but we've got to get all this before we can go down. And hello. It would be nice to be able to have my firebolt being stronger without it being on the staff, but I know it was only a little tiny nook. Okay, well, we can go down to the next area, and then, what do we got? The monastery thing to go? We've got to find the inner cloister waypoint. Outer cloister waypoint, that's it. I always mix the fucking two up. And, yeah. Once we've got that... I mean, that also depends on if I can make it to that in time, too. Because, like, I've got, like, half an hour before, like, my time is basically capped then, so we'll see if we can make it, because otherwise I have to do a bit of re-clearing, which honestly won't fucking hurt her, because, as I said, if I've got to... I don't have enough mana for this. If I've got to re-clear a legitimate passageway to where I've been to go forwards... Hello, mate. Let me get down to you. And then we can actually get some fucking... I don't know. Some gold and some level, and... I can hear another one of you fuckers in here. I thought that was Implicit for a second there, and I got really worried that she died. I also saw that there's a green dude down the corner there, and I don't have mana, so... Pulserin, she was, I guess, cold enchanted. She was probably demon and cold enchanted. I didn't get to really see that. No, I don't have... I do now. I can do now. Hold on, before I fight these guys, there's a green dude here. You pulsed... Oh my god. I go through this fucker first. Yeah, I know. But you Pulserin the Tainted, Demon, Lightning Enchanted. Holy crackers. Give me that mana. Alright, so I have like next to fucking nothing. And I could probably fit like a couple of things in, but that's... I'll go back. Holy crap. We see how we go for fitting fucking the drops through this area. Alright. It would be nice if I could get her a staff again soon, but I don't think I'm going to get her one that's better than what she's got in like a 9 to 14, which means that it has to be something that's kind of stupid because that's the only way we can upgrade. Then is it has to be equal or better damage and potentially equal or better difference of like, you know, uniqueness, whatever. And that one's getting close. Out of interest, I haven't tried to see if she can... I'll purchase one of these fuckers. Can I put that on? Yes. Okay, cool. Alright. I thought so, because I was like, I'm pretty sure she used like wands and staves and scepters and all sorts of shit. But I'm like, these things kind of do about equal to about damage, which is fine. They're mostly for like paladins and shit, but that never stopped me from using them. Necromancers and stuff. Nah. None of these are looking like they're better at the moment. No. That's fine. What do we got? 10% faster cast rate. That'd be great, except that, you know, Kid Me didn't think that, so that's fine. Get rid of these. I need these ones. They can get sold. I have got more mana in the thing. 7 life for maximum stamina. It's actually kind of useful. But I don't have anything for sockets at the moment, so this is fine. So let's keep that. And let's go see if I've got some mana to top up my thingum. Yeah, I do. Which I don't have a lot of space for those, so, but I've got a shit ton more fucking diamonds. So now I don't have the extra space. So I guess I have like a shit ton of extra life then. These 3 can come with me. It's giving me my 2 extra spots. I am keeping those for if I do not use them, I will sell them. Same with the gems, I will combine them, and then if I don't want them, can't use them, whatever,
Good evening.
I'll just sell them for like more money and stuff, because we'll probably need something at some point. We'll critically need like additional health or armor or fuck knows, right? It could be anything. There's a skull cup over there, that's fine, I gotta grab that too. So, and there was a javelin, that's right. That was a fancy javelin. I can hear you, you bastard. Stop fucking resurrecting them. Yeah, get out of my fucking way. There we go. I don't know why she's standing over there. That's not really helping me much, but this is fine. Okay, he's dead. Is there anything else? Whoops, I didn't mean to hit that button, but that's okay. So, I think this is kind of... Oh, hello. You must have got resurrected in that. That's fine. Okay, if that's all there is to this, then we have done this little spot. I don't know if I can pick up half of this loot because I'm rightly full of stuff. And shipped Ruby, bolts, maybe the club. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna be full up soon, so yeah, let's do that one. 13 enhanced defense, attacker takes damage, that's fine. Ain't nothing on the all resistances shit. Okie dokie, so let's get our ass back out of here. We should be able to go all the way out and then up to the whatever it's fucking called, the barracks, monastery, that word. There we go. English. What build are you planning on late game? We don't do a build. No. Yeah, no, we don't do builds here. So I'm doing a recreation playthrough. I am recreating my original secondary character, which was a sorceress. She was the only sorceress I ever made. I primarily mostly use Amazons, but her name's Tabby Cat. I made her when I was 13 with the original Diablo and all that business. And yeah, she's got some limitations and shit on her. So basically, she can use cold and she can use fire. I was supposed to try to use mostly only cold with her, but Kid Me liked fire, so I couldn't help but, like, I couldn't resist using fire attacks as well. But I also unlocked, like, all of the lightning and shit stuff as well. So, like, I used them, like, once and then never used them again. I just unlocked them to see what they did, you know. So I've got to redo that again. And we've got some, like, limitations to stuff. Hold on, I didn't check out. No, that's empty. Let me get up here and I'll go back to town because I think we're good, but I think I've got some stuff on me. I don't want to walk in there just yet. So, yeah, I can only use one page of stash. I can change my helper this time around, so when I get to each different act, I can replace them once, and whatever I get is whatever I've got for that entire act. I can't replace them again. I don't have to give them my hand-me-downs this time, which means I can actually purchase some goods, and I can purchase myself stuff from the traders this time as well, so I don't have to wait until my stash and inventory is absolutely max gold to be able to replace my gear, which is nice. I can still choose to gamble for stuff if I want to, but it's not something that's required. I think I have a town portal in my thing. What else we got? Just give me a sec. I want to sell that, and I want to take that, and I don't have extra space for this at the moment, so we're going to get rid of the extra one of that and chuck that in there. Alright, what the fuck else have we got with her? I'm mostly only using, like, I can use any kind of weapon except for obviously a crossbow again. Like, I don't think she could use it anyway, but we never use crossbows, so she's more so, I gotta try to use, like, what do you call it, like wands and staves and scepters and globes and stuff like that for her primarily kind of thing. But I can use other shit. I can use all sorts of other stuff. I need to get preferably like a war mask for the first thing that we get named on her. Then what was it? It was a globe. Hold on. I wrote this shit down. Yeah, it was a mask and then was a globe, which could be like a one staff globe, whatever. That'll be a one staff globe. What else? I have a OCD pattern to her stats, but they're not as OCD as I was with my previous girl, Kelly. So my previous girl, you get 5 stats at a time, right? And I would put each stat into one, and then the consecutive into the next, and then obviously when you get the next additional point, it goes into like the next additional one and stuff like that, right? So every single time I leveled, I had to allocate stuff, and it would always eventually end up even after like every 5 levels or something. Hers are a little bit off at the moment, so they're still kind of even-ish, but yeah, we're I'm working down through the fucking lists and shit. So we just went from it being 2-2-1 to it being 1-1-2-1, and then it will go to 1-1-1-1. Then the extra one there, then it'll go like 1-1-1, then extra one there, and then it'll go 1-1-1, extra one there, and it will continue doing that after like level 23 or some shit. And yeah, her attacks and shit like that, like I said, I will have to unlock like all of the electrical ones eventually over time and shit. I will have to unlock all the cold ones, all the fire ones and shit over time. But I like mostly worked with like Firebolt, the Firewall. I did get the Mastery and I did get Hydra. I didn't really use Meteor or Fireball much. I didn't understand Enchant when I was a kid. I did use the shields a little bit. I didn't really use Glacial Strike. I didn't have accuracy for Blizzard. I did use Frost Orb eventually when I got to the end. I had Cold Mastery as well and stuff, just like Fire Mastery and shit. I didn't really use like Lightning by the end. I can't teleport warp around the map like people tend to do. It didn't do that shit. I can use telekinesis to retrieve something. If I kill a monster outside of the playable zone, I can use telekinesis to get the goods off them. I have to kill all the monsters, pick up all the loot, sell all the loot, get all the map. again. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, there's probably more shit in there that I'm forgetting off the top of my head, but that's as much as I can remember at the moment. And yeah, so it's going to be quite fun. My last girl, we killed Baal at level 84 with my original helper. And what else did we do? I had my original helper. I could only use fire arrow. So like even up against like what do you call it, like nightmare and hell and stuff like that, I couldn't change. I couldn't use like normal stuff. I had an offhand weapon with Kelly, but it didn't really matter. Like I had to be able to get close enough to hit them, and she couldn't take a hit. She was just pure glass. She couldn't do much damage, and she couldn't give much damage. So yeah, she was mostly just whittling them down with a fire arrow at a distance and stuff, with like a helper that could only have hand-me-downs. So yeah, that's my last character. That was my original character, Kelly, an Amazon that I made when I was 12. And this one is my sorceress Tabby Cat that I made when I was 13. So yeah, I was a little bit better with my OCD for her stats at 13, but like eventually I waned and went back to exactly what I was doing anyway. And yeah, I had a lot of like really specific limitations. Oh yeah, I can't use rune words at all. So when I played as Kelly, I didn't know about rune words at all. I didn't make any. By the time we got to like the very last, like Hell and Baal and stuff, I knew of them, but I came from the era of like dial-up internet. So unless somebody in my local area decided to put out an advert in like the local paper and stuff that said like what they'd discovered, and share how to make certain recipes and stuff, like unless like I bumbled across it on my own, we just didn't know stuff like that. And I wasn't exactly like trolling the forums for like another 2 or 3 years. So, you know, it was the good old pre-dial-up shit, well, dial-up stuff, I guess. And so by the time I had Tabby Cat, I knew rune words existed, but I didn't know any, so I didn't use them. So she can't use rune words either, none. So yeah, not that it really like makes any difference, honestly. Like, oh, weapons and armor and stuff, this isn't going to make a lot of sense to people, but I can upgrade stuff if her... Hold on, I'll just kill these couple for a sec and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about, because it won't make a lot of sense if I'm just trying to say it. Yeah, I nearly got you dead. Okay, so what is it? Okay, weapons and stuff for upgrading. So you know how like you have your different types of weapons, like, you know, you've got your cracked, your ethereal, your normal, your like special, superior, unique, blah blah blah, that kind of stuff, set pieces and all that. So that matters as well, right? It matters if that's important and stuff. But the defense and its magic quantity and stuff that it does down the bottom has to be equal or better by my kid logic for me to be able to upgrade it. And a lot of things with resistances were way more important than other stuff that's like, you know, attack, damage, ratings, all that kind of shit, right? As for like weapons get way more complex because it has to also be their one hand or two hand damage plus their attack speed and what they do. But what they do cannot, none of the gear can have reduced requirements. I can't use anything with reduced requirements. I will have to go back because I can't pick up those gloves. But yeah, some of it doesn't make sense because like I as an adult can understand I'm looking at something and it's good and I should use it because it's technically better. But kid me would look at something and go, this has 6 defense and its durability and stuff and it's normal. And compared to this is 6, right, same durability, but it's got some magical properties, which means that this is better than that. But depending on what the magical properties are, most people would say that attack rating, or depending on what your class is and stuff like that, for like certain specific like traits and stuff like that, like for instance dexterity for I don't know, a fucking archer and stuff like that would matter and shit. But I'm like, lol, no.